Welcome to our video. It's a four-part series on the 4 essentials needed to develop a successful building project. The first essential that you need to consider when planning to build is simply to prepare to communicate a clear purpose. If you are a pastor, a ministry leader, a building committee person, someone who's been assigned the duty of leading your church through building new buildings on your property, renovating your existing facilities, or relocating or acquiring new property, either to relocate your ministry or perhaps you're going multi-site with your ministry. You must, on the front end, and I would say of the 4 essentials that we're going to cover in these 4 short, brief videos, is that you've got to communicate a clear purpose. And so let me tell you a simple, helpful rule to follow. This is the rule: proper preparation, planning and processes prevent poor performance and permit prosperity. If you want to succeed with your building project, then you've got to prepare and plan well on the front end to get your ducks in a row, to set a good foundation, to get the right people involved, both in your church and industry professionals. You've got to know why you're going to build and what you're going to build, and then develop processes that will allow you to prosper, allow you to succeed. So here are some key questions you need to answer. The first one simply is to explain, why are you building? Can you answer that in a concise way? Secondly, what do you hope to accomplish by building? Thirdly, what will the new facility do for you? And fourthly, how will the new facility fit into God's overall plan for your ministry? Now, as you answer these 4 questions, I'm going to ask you to consider building a very strong case, an argument, if you would, for why you ought to build. I believe you need to be able to present a convincing reason to explain why you need to build. Why is it crucial to the future of your ministry that you build, to the future of your ministry? And why is it mission critical? Why are you building one thing as opposed to another? Why are you looking to relocate as opposed to building again on your facility? Why are you renovating as opposed to adding new square footage? So as you make this convincing argument and give your reasons to explain why you need to build, the reason why I tell you to do that is that it is an understood fact that congregations fall into 4 categories when it comes to accepting change. In this case, new construction, renovation, or relocation. The first group in the church at the front end of the equation is the group that is early adapters. They adapt to change well. They'll accept the fact that you need to build or relocate or renovate pretty much right away. They hear the reason you want to do it and they're on board. They will adopt it, adapt to it. They will buy in and take ownership of it. The second group are the normal group, probably the largest group in any church. 50% or more of the people are normal adapters to change. They need the early adapters and you to explain what you're doing, and they'll come around. The third group are the late adapters. They need more convincing and time and reasoning as to why you need to do this. And the last group are the never adapters. They're not going to accept the change. They will leave or fight you to the end to stop you from doing it. You need to build a strong case because you have different kinds of people and categories to lead. You want everyone, if you can, to buy into the project and to take ownership of it so they can help convince others and get others to contribute to it. Now, the third thing, or second thing I believe you need to do and to build a strong case is be able to paint a compelling picture to show what you plan to build and how it will serve your needs. This is where a picture's worth 1,000 words, but you've got to be able to paint verbally, and if you can do it, artistically, show them floor plans, elevations, and artist rendering. It's why we do master plans that show the site plan, that show the phases that are coming, and then phase one, which you're going to build next, maybe even with a computer generated fly around with music and narration and fly through the building and around the building, showing everybody what your renovation project is going to look like when it's completed, or the new construction, or a combination thereof. So as you do this, you've got to paint a compelling picture to show them what you plan to build and how it's going to serve your ministry. How's it going to help you serve your congregation and help you reach and keep your community? Now, the third thing to build a strong case is be able to produce a clear, concise statement to help your congregation understand the value of the project. Why is this so important that you're asking us to give additional time, talent, and treasures to make this happen? Why is this urgent that we move ahead? Now, I say this to you because having worked with churches all over the country for over a dozen years now, and while I was pastoring before that, working with churches who were planning to build both in the U.S. and on the foreign field, that sometimes if a pastor or elders cannot get the church to grow, they will eventually turn to the temptation of, well, let's just build a new building, and that will help us reach more people and we'll grow. And they're looking for the building to do for their ministry what their leadership has not been able to do. That's not a good motive for doing this, and it will end up affecting how you're going to move your ministry forward. So we really encourage you to check your motives at the front end during the preparation when maybe no one else knows. This whole idea of building or renovating or relocating is just a concept in your mind, and you want to gain momentum as you generate some movement toward it. But you better check your motives and say, Lord, are we doing this for the right reason? Now, in order to prepare well to succeed, you're going to need to do something. I have to do something when I lead a church through this, and that is you must perform due diligence in the front end of your project to help people see a clear purpose for building. You want to make certain they have a clear understanding of what you're doing. So here's step one of the 4 essential things needed to have a successful project. Here it is. Collect or develop a clear purpose for your project. A clear purpose. It needs to be compelling, convincing, and it needs to be concise and clear as to why you need to renovate or build new or relocate or a combination thereof. Well, I'm Marshall Shannon. I'm a ministry design coach and a pre-construction navigator. You can visit our website where we have online training, ministry design training. You can learn more about this by clicking there, and you can subscribe monthly to our training for Prepare to Build, or our ministry for our ministry design series, or you can buy individual products that are there. And then our website that tells about us, and we provide information through blogs and book reviews for you to be able to learn and grow and develop yourself and others at ministry design concepts. You can reach me at this phone number or here at this cell phone number. I'll be more than happy to talk with you.